Welcome back, Kcav.
It's Lauren.
And JC here with your Kcav news.
Hey, JC, did you eat well on Thanksgiving?
I did, and I'm really glad that I got to spend some time with my family. But it was a little different for everyone this year because of all the precautions that we've had to take.
Yeah, 2020 has been really crazy. I think we can all say we've changed a lot this year.
Definitely. And our calves have had to adapt to situations that we've never seen before in our lifetime.
But honestly, I think I'm really glad we all went through it together. I think it provided us room for growth different from our past experiences.
That is true.
And one thing that stays strong even through virtual learning is our clubs. So why don't we head on over to Club News to hear more about how our clubs grew throughout the years.
Hey cats, it's Mikey here with your weekly club news. Cinema Club will be holding a brainstorming meeting for potential film ideas over in Discord today after school at 3:30 p.m. If that catches your interest, you can head on over to their Instagram page at chs_cinema_club and DM them for more info. And speaking of potential, are you interested in role-playing as a country in a certain scenario? Well, Model UN might be just the club for you. They meet every Thursday at 4:30 p.m., and you can find their info on their Instagram account at Cleveland Model UN. And to end off club news in a satisfyingly clean note, here's a roll-in of Heal the Bay doing their thing.
Hi, I'm Madeline Conda, and I'm the Vice President of Heal the Bay. Heal the Bay consists of students from all small learning communities as well as grades, and our mission is to teach students how to be more environmentally friendly and cautious of their actions. In the past years, we've gone to monthly beach cleanups to places like Malibu, Venice, and Santa Monica. We usually carpool to save gas, and we use plastic bags and gloves to pick up trash alongside the beaches. For the future, we plan to use buckets so we can minimize our plastic use. During our Zoom calls, we usually have student-based discussions as well as games like Kahoot to talk about acts and laws that have been passed throughout the decades that relate to the water conservation and safety of our oceans. We meet every other Thursday. You can find out our remind information and Zoom code on our Instagram at HealTheBayCHS. We hope to see you at our next meeting and hopefully at our next beach cleanup.
I think I might start attending their meetings. It seems like I'm missing out on a lot of cool activities.
And it's another way for us to keep in touch with our friends, which I think I definitely need.
You know what else? I definitely need to go shopping, but there's just so much that I don't know what to get these days.
Oh, don't worry. I think our Cavs got you covered. We can check out this clip of our students recreating outfits from their favorite decades.
Kcav. Hope you guys enjoyed those homemade-inspired decades outfits. Now, back to your host.
Wow, fashion has really changed a lot over time, and it's so cool to see our Kcav celebrating that.
That's so true. But we're also seeing a repeat in trends like platform shoes and biker shorts from the 80s. Come on.
I know, I love the 90s and 80s fashion.
I love the 2000s because that's when we were all born. But enough about us. Let's hear from our Cavaliers about what decade they'd like to travel to.
Hey Cavs, it's Margaret with your question of the week. This week we're asking our Cavs what decade they would go back to if they could travel back in time.
If I could go back to any decade, I would pick the 80s to see how my parents were like as kids.
If I could go back in time, I'd like to go to the 1990s so I can see the turn of the century.
If I could go back in time to any decade, I'd want to go to the 60s so that I could see the Beatles perform live.
I would go back to March 11, 2004 so I could see baby Jelana and say hi.
If I could go back in time, I would go on to May 5th, 2004 so I can see baby Tony and say hi.
I would go to March 15th, 44 BC to help kill Julius Caesar, be featured in Shakespeare's play, and become famous.
I would want to live in the Renaissance so that I can meet all the great artists alive at that time and figure out who painted the Mona Lisa.
That's it for your question of the week. Now, back to your hosts.
Time travel would be so cool. I mean, it was also a really big thing in the late 80s with the immense popularity of the Back to the Future movies.
And especially seniors, the future is really all we have on our minds.
For sure. I don't think a day goes by without the thought of college crossing my mind.
Okay, why don't we take some anxiety off of you and let's hear what College News has to say.
Hey Cavs, Sabrina here with your college news. Great news regarding all UC and CSU applicants. The deadline for CSUs has been extended to December 15th, and UCs are due today, Friday, December 4th by 11:59 tonight. If you need a transcript or help with your application, make sure to contact your counselor via Schoology. Are you interested in taking up the opportunity for a $40,000 scholarship? Well, look no further. The Browerman Leadership Institute is giving Jewish students the opportunity for a $10,000 scholarship for up to 4 years. The application deadline is February 21st, 2021, but make sure to act fast. That's all for this week's college news. Now, back to your host.
Let's take one step back from college. Senior year is a time we've dreamt about since, kindergarten?
Yeah, it's definitely the time in our educational journey where we're the most stressed, but also we're having the most fun.
Yeah, and even though this year might not be what most of our senior Cavs might have imagined, we can still head on over to Senior News to hear what's good about this year.
Hey Cavs, it's Aaron here with your Senior News. Seniors, please continue to stay patient. Senior superlative nominations will be announced soon. Don't worry, seniors, even if you don't win, you can still be famous in our senior class video. For any seniors interested in being featured, you can send in photos and videos to chs2021historianboard@gmail.com. All students sending in submissions must have a media release form on file with the attendance office. Also, all recent videos and pictures must follow COVID guidelines. That's it for Senior News. Now, back to your hosts.
That information was refreshing to hear, but I think we're all still a little bit stressed.
Yeah, and I need to find some music to help me relax.
Ah, yes, music. It's been there for us since the dawn of humanity.
Oh man, there's so many people changing the way music sounds, like what Queen did and what Billie Eilish is doing.
Yeah, there are a lot of great songs out there that I can enjoy. Even though I mostly listen to songs from this past decade, I can enjoy a good, soothing jazz piece from Louis Armstrong from the 20s.
Wow, it really seems like you know your music. Why don't we see how well our other Cavs know their music and lyrics?
Hey Cavs, today we're going to be testing some of our Kcav members on how well they know songs from throughout the decades.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Yeah.
All like, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Baby by Justin Bieber. Easy, easy. You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever and I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh. Maddie.
Oh, we will never, ever, ever be apart.
Ding, ding, ding. And we will never, ever, ever be apart.
Correct. That's What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else.
Ding ding ding. The way that you flip your hair makes me overwhelmed.
The way that you flip your hair like nobody else.
The way that you flip your hair gets me overwhelmed.
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
Dang, Maddie.
I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
Ding, ding, ding. Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Okay, correct.
Alright.
YMCA. You can stay there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. Nothing.
Yes, I don't even know what
Like
mine
it's the lyric.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
YMCA.
Is it just that? Oh.
Ding ding ding. It's fun to stay at the
Aaron!
Oh yeah. Let's go, Aaron.
Go.
Now that's it for this week's Kcav game show. Now
Back to your host.
Ooh, I was not too great at that game.
Honestly, I think you did better than I did.
No, I doubt that. You know your music pretty well.
Well, I think we should just keep that in the very depths of our memories and just not remember that ever again. But anyway, let's head on over to late breaking news to catch up.
Hey Cavs, it's Carol here with your late breaking news. Are you interested in striving to make this school a better place? Well, if you are, the PTSA is always looking for new members to continue to help out with the school. Their link is in the Cleveland's website, and the memberships are only $10 with a $1 processing fee. So don't forget to check that out. Also, if you didn't know already, GMS will be hosting their Fall Film Festival on the GMS YouTube channel on December 11th. Watch out for the link. Well, that's it for today's late breaking news. Now let's get back to your hosts.
Let's finish off this week with some happy news and our weekly tradition of birthday shout outs.
Happy birthday to Kcav from Jup.
Happy birthday to Oscar from JC.
Happy birthday to Marzi from your sister.
Happy birthday to Caitlin Schufelt from your fave brownie, Pram.
Happy birthday to Mr. LeConte from your 6th period TA.
Happy birthday to Lauren from Sad Hormones and your Kcav family.
And happy birthday to Marcus from Anna, Charlene, and Kaden.
Happy birthday to Berenice from your bays.
Happy birthday to Ashley Infante from Nadia Flores.
And happy birthday to Taylor and Ella from Vicky.
That is all we have for you guys this week.
Tune in next week.
Same time.
Same place. With your
KC
AV Kcav News.